taught me how to live. Daddy taught me how to give. Both of them had their own sins. Down to the river, every man has felt the shame. All our blood, it runs the same. Father, hear us as we pray. Down to the river, down to the river. Sing, oh, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, oh, far beneath, oh, oh, fire and water me, going down deep, singing, oh, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, oh, far beneath, oh, oh, fire and water me, washing me clean, carry
Hi, so I'm out here at the Bigfoot Art Gallery in Palmer, Alaska, which is owned and operated by Bigfoot researcher Robroy Menzies. And we're going to start out here because I absolutely love this mural that he has on the side of his building. Plus, it makes a great backdrop for a broadcast. So I'm going to back up a ways to show you just how big this mural is. So Robroy did a great job doing this, and a lot of people will stop and get their pictures taken here. Hi, with Bigfoot researcher Robroy Menzies, also the owner of the Bigfoot Art Gallery in Palmer, Alaska. Tell us about your shop here.
Well, located in Palmer. I bought it 5 years ago. It was an existing custom matting and framing store. It had been in business for 40 years here in Palmer, so I had plenty of customers already coming in. I bought it as an opportunity business, and all I did was simply change the name to Bigfoot Art Gallery. You know, and I figured that way I can bring the Bigfoot element to Alaska. This is the only Bigfoot theme store in the entire state of Alaska, which is kind of odd in a way, but then again, I guess it's not. But just the reaction to that alone was awesome. I mean, people were just, as you saw today, it's just busy, and people are excited. They come in here and they see the Bigfoot theme. They see all this stuff for sale, and it's a good way to get people right away to loosen up. And I do get to hear a lot of really cool, credible stories here. So we do custom matting and framing. That's my main bread and butter here. So I have that, which is awesome. I don't think I would survive by selling Bigfoot swag alone. But I do have a lot, as you can see. I try to keep the whole theme of the store as Bigfoot. And my art, I sell my art. I mat and frame all my art. I sell prints. I sell other local artists. Not all is Bigfoot, but I do cater to more Bigfoot stuff. I do have quite a lot of people that come in here looking for Bigfoot related items, and you know I can't disappoint. Also have a little section here that I call the Area A section. Area A is that cabin outside of Seward on the Kenai Peninsula. This audio board, we have 8 different audio sounds that you can listen to that were all recorded at Area A, the cabin. The owner has helped me build this thing. We have a couple of footcasts here that are from Area A. They're very interesting. Really cool. This one, actually, you can see dermal ridges. I know we're all into dermal ridges and stuff, but this is actually a pretty cool footcast in that you can see wrinkles, I guess the mid-tarsal break, the heel down here, but the big toes, you have to see it for yourself. But pretty cool stuff. So a lot of interest in Bigfoot now, which I thought it would be when I opened this place. I'm still surprised how many people do come in here just for the Bigfoot element. But it's a fun store. I like to keep it fun. I sell guitars too, so there's definitely kind of an eclectic aura to it. But it's pretty cool.
So you have a lot of great artwork in here that you yourself created.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you have some items that were created by other people. Tell us about this Bigfoot guy
Big
up
George.
here.
This guy here, he's made by a friend of mine down in Oklahoma, and that one too. This is Big George. That one over there is Angry Bumble. I bought those because I knew I would need something for people to come in, something big, something cool they could take selfies with. So Jeff, he owns Bigfoot Taxidermy is the name of his business. I suggest anybody go look him up online, and you can buy one of these too. They're not cheap, but they're beautiful. I love them. So many pictures have been taken with these things. One day, hopefully I'll have a full size, the complete body. But these are awesome. They got glass eyes, really realistic looking, but great for selfies. People come in and take selfies of these things. They just laugh, which is part of my store. I want people to have fun and enjoy themselves and, have a cool experience in here. So I enjoy it.
So as I mentioned, you are a Bigfoot researcher yourself.
Somewhat, I guess you call it that.
And you are personally familiar with Area A.
Yeah,
that is showcased right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what got you into the research?
Oh, well, I kind of have been in it a little different angle. I got into it more intrigued with what they look like. Being an illustrator artist, I felt, boy, I bet I could contact some eyewitnesses and begin drawing, try to see what these things look like. I want to know what they look like. I've never seen one. So that's what motivated me in my art. I've been, drawing my whole life, pretty good artist. Not a lot of people were doing this back in the mid 90s. Certainly there's a lot more Bigfoot art out there now, but back when I first started, there wasn't anything out there, which is kind of why I did it. It was kind of frustrating because there was no legitimacy. You'd get these wacky stories and then there'd be a really crappy drawing or a blurry picture, and it just made more of a giggle factor. I wanted to bring a little legitimacy to it and actually start interviewing eyewitnesses and doing forensical type drawings to see if I can figure out what they actually look like. I think I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'm pretty close, but I admit I'd probably be wrong. I've never seen one. I joke that, oh God, I hope they don't have big ears or big tusks or something, I'd be way wrong. But I think I'm pretty close. I've talked to a lot of eyewitnesses. I've listened to a lot of people. And that's what I base my drawings on, is what people are telling me.
So how long does it take you to do an illustration such as this one right here?
It could take me anywhere from a couple days to a week. It depends on what my schedule is. Certainly now with my business, I haven't had a lot of personal time to do that, but I can usually crank them out in about 3 or 4 days. If I'm painting, and now a lot of this I draw with Photoshop. I draw them by hand, but I use photography for the background. So that speeds things up, but I love taking pictures as well. So this allows me to have fun while I'm creating. I can go out and explore, and let's say I have a certain illustration. I want to do Bigfoot illustration. I want this Bigfoot to be throwing a rock in a water. So I can go out and look for that specific kind of squatchy area that I want and take the picture, and then I would hand draw the Bigfoot and then put him into the drawing, and then maybe add some sunlight, sun rays, whatever, fog. But that's generally how I do my Bigfoot art. I do paint and draw. I do have some of my real actual paintings around here. But as far as Bigfoot, I like to have fun with it. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a learning experience, I should say. So
you actually did some of the artwork for World Bigfoot Central with Duke Sullivan for the GLAG series.
GLAG.
Do you have any of the GLAG artwork up here currently?
I don't have any GLAG stuff on display or for sale right now, but I certainly could. I'm always trying to keep my stuff out here. I have so many drawings I've done since, Bigfoot art since the mid 90s, basically. So I've got literally hundreds of illustrations of this quality. I haven't even got them all out to my gallery yet. So, but when you come in here, you'll see a really good collection of my art. If you know of a piece of my art that I don't have, you can ask me and I can print it out for you. I have the files and I have the printer and I can even frame and mat it for you. But I try to keep a good selection of my past art in here. A lot of people have seen it, you know, so.
So
anyway.
tell us about this one over here. I really like this one as well.
Oh, I call that one Who's Watching Who. Of course, that's a Bigfoot, and this is a river raft. A bunch of people on a little river raft, which they do tourists in Alaska. Right here, you can see this is the train. This is the train tracks. So I took this picture on the train. That's the Tanana River. But, you know, I come up with these ideas now that I'm kind of happy with my Bigfoots. You know, I think I'm pretty close. And recently, I just kind of have fun with them. I create scenes that maybe I'll hear a story. It'll influence me to create a certain drawing, a certain scene. So I put a lot of love and fun into this stuff, and I enjoy it a lot. So, and this is the first time I've ever had a place to sell it, actually a legitimate store and sell my art, and pretty surprised. A lot of people buy it, so it's pretty cool.
So what was the inspiration for this particular piece here?
A road crosser. You know, just reading all the many stories about these things crossing the road and how they would cover their face with their hand or their arm. And I wanted to capture that in an image. So I really like the way this one turned out. I think it turned out really well. I like the proportions of it. I pay a lot of attention to the eyewitness when they're telling me, you know, the facial features, the body proportions. Most people are just can't explain how big these things are, how thick they are. So, you know, I love drawing from like forensic stuff. So I try to keep things as honest as I can. I don't deviate from what the person is telling me. And then when it's all done, they said, that's it. That's what I saw. I can stand back and look at it as well and go, wow, the nose is a little bigger than I thought, or whatever. But I'm learning. I'm teaching myself, kind of. Like I said, I've not seen one. I hope I get to. I really do. And then I hope I see one, and I'm probably wrong. I'm probably off on some things. I mean, I think they're all unique. I think there are some big ones. I think there's tall, lanky ones. It's like humans. I think they're all different characters, different facial features, kind of like humans. Everybody has a different size nose. We're all different, little different, but I think that's how these things go. They're a little unique to themselves, but certainly they fit the mold. You know, they fit the whole. People describe them, yeah. But it's hard to find people that have seen the face too. Eyewitnesses that have actually seen a good look at the face. I was really interested in doing their faces, but I found that there weren't a lot of the eyewitnesses didn't see the face, or they see it from the back walking. So they don't have anything to add to the face. But then that's where I rely on the people that have seen the face. Very specific about the nose, the cheeks, the eyebrows, the head. The conical head. I've had people say there's no conical head. A lot of people say there are. I believe them. I think they're probably just unique in their own way. So that's kind of what got me into it. I just think it's such a fascinating subject. It deserves, a little more credibility. It deserves, illustrators now are doing it. Adds a little more credibility to it, and people can look and see a picture of it. I mean, not a drawing of it at least, but trying to be as accurate as I can. And I can only just cross my fingers.
Bigfoot researcher Robroy Menzies in Palmer, Alaska. Thank you for taking the time to be with us.
Thanks for having me on your show.